Alright, today we are going to learn how to estimate with fractions, okay? It's very simple to estimate with fractions. Each fraction you get three choices: 0, 1/2, or 1. Okay? So your three choices when you estimate a fraction are 0, you can round it to 0. You writing this? You can round it to 1/2, and you can round it to 1. Those are your three choices when you're estimating a fraction. You can round it to 0, you can round it to 1/2, and you can round it to 1. So now when you're estimating, you've got to take each fraction and say, is it closest to 0? Is it closest to 1/2? Or is it closest to 1? Okay? Now let's look at this fraction 4/7. Okay? What's 4/8?
1/2.
4/8 is 1/2. So what is 4/7 really close to?
1/2.
1/2. So we're going to make it 1/2. Okay? Now 1/5 is real close to 0/5, which is 0. So what are we going to round this to?
0.
So what's 1/2? Now do you see we rounded 4/7 to what?
1/2.
Christina? We rounded 4/7 to what?
1/2.
And we rounded 1/5 to what? 0. So now, Christina, look. I rounded this to 1/2, so I said 1/2 minus 0, which, what's that equal?
1/2.
1/2. So you just rounded fractions. Now, here we got 2 7/8 plus 1 1/6. Now, what we're rounding is just the fraction part. Okay? So we know we got 2 plus 1. And we got to find out, is it 1, 0, or 1/2? 0, 1/2, or 1, right? Now 7/8, what is 8/8?
1.
1. So 7/8 is real close to what?
1.
To 3, to 1. Now 2 plus 1 is? So we're going to round this whole thing to what? 3. Because this fraction was 1 and 2 plus 1 was?
3.
Now 1/6 is real close to 0/6, which is what? 0. So now we're going to round 1 1/6 to what?
1.
No. Listen. You rounded 1/6 to what?
0.
0. So now what's 1 plus 0? 1. So now what's 3 plus 1?
4.
4. So it says round 2/9 to 0, 1/2, or 1. Is this, now what would half be for 2/9? What would real half be? It'd be like 4 or 5/9, right? Because what 4/9 is almost a half, and 5/9 is almost a half, isn't it? So those would be a half. Is 2/9 close to this? Nah. Now 9/9 would be 1, wouldn't it? Is this close to 9/9? It is. 2 is close to 9? No. So what would this round to then? 0. Because 2 is closer to 0 than it is to 4 or 5, isn't it? And 2 is closer to 0 than it is to 9, isn't it? So what does 2/9 round to be? 0. Now on here we got 11/12. That's real close to 12/12. So what do we round this to? This we round to 1. Here we got 6/12, and it's equal to 1/2, right? So it's 1/2. Now that's just your hint. You don't need that. Okay. So we rounded 11/12 to what? 1. Alright, 1/8 is real close to 0/8. So what does this round to, Jordan? This rounds to 0. 9/16. Okay, half on 16 would be 8/16, wouldn't it? Well, 9/16 is real close to that, so Kiara, what does this round to? 1/2, good. 8/9, what's it round to, Morgan? 1. And Brianna, what does 3/7 round to? Good, 1/2. Alright, so now we want to follow the instructions which say round each to a whole number. 3/4 rounds to 1. So 2 3/4 rounds up to what? 3. 5 and 1/6 rounds down to 0. 1/6 goes down to 0. So 5 plus 0 is 5. 4 and 2/5. 2/5, is that going to round to 0, 1/2, or 1? 1/2. Okay? So I've got 4 plus 1/2, which is what? 4.5. And here I've got 8 and 7/8. 7/8 is going to round up to 8, to 1, I mean. So what's 8 plus 1? 9. So this whole thing rounds up to 9. Okay. Alright, we got 5 over 8, which rounds to 1/2. And we're going to add that to 1 over 6 is going to round to 0. What's 1/2 plus 0? That's 1/2. So you needed to get 1/2 there. Here, 1 and 10 over 11, what's that round to? 2. And 2 plus, what's 9 over 10 round to? 2 plus 1 is?
3.
Okay. 4 and 1/5, what's that round to?
4.
4. 3 and 2 9s, what's that round to?
3.
What's 4 minus 3?
1.
1. Now, 1 over 11th is, rounds to what? 0. Times, and 4 over 5 rounds to 1. What's 0 times 1?
0.
0.